Signs he'll be a good partner to you. You know, as a relationship coach, the truth is I see the admiration of how many people want a relationship. People adore relationships. People want the experience of the relationships. But the truth is, the tough truth is most people aren't meant for a relationship. I know that sounds kind of harsh, but it's not saying these people are bad. It's more of saying they lack that compatible factor. And one of the things I've seen a lot of times in my client situations, even on comments or on my lives, is that everyone is now only prioritizing a good lover. And that's why this title is called A Good Partner. There's a huge difference between a good lover and a good partner. One thing I always try to reiterate and coach on any of my client scenarios is value a good role model, a good high character person, a good partner. Because the good lover, he or she, knows how to work that love, knows how to work that passion, that fire. And when they do that, they might be somehow prone to crossing the line, playing in the gray area, stepping over boundaries, prone to cheating, lying, manipulation, control, other view of things because they know they have you hooked on the love, the passion, the infatuated moments, which are all important aspects. Love, the infatuation, romance, passion are great qualities, great fun things, but it can't be the part of the foundation of who they are. They have to have partner qualities with some love on top of it. And I've seen too much of people kind of losing their direction, losing their independence, losing their individuality, just stuck and sucked up into this world of only caring what their partner is doing, starting to become like detective, search their social medias, overanalyze everything they say, pressed on the text messaging. Coach, he's online but didn't respond. Coach, he sent this emoji. What does it mean? Coach, he didn't call me today. I think he ghosted me. I've literally had many clients felt ghosted from a guy that they were talking to or dating because they didn't hear from him in 24 hours. My goodness, I don't think ghosts even exist in 24 hours. I don't even know what that means, first of all. But the whole point is we're going to talk about signs that he will be a good partner, not necessarily just a good lover. Value and prioritize partner qualities in a relationship. And that way you have more of a healthier chance for a successful relationship. Something I always mentioned before, the 3 C's in dating: chemistry, connection, compatibility. Let's focus on that with number 1. Number 1 is you have fun with them no matter where you are. You have fun with them everywhere you are. And that doesn't mean like in a sense that they're always entertaining you or they're doing some kind of stand-up material on you. They're just present with you. They don't take you for granted. They're not always on the phone. They're not looking over their shoulder. They're not basically looking around, keeping their eyes open. They're really engaged and present where they are with you because they actually want to get to know you. They enjoy your company. They love the way you look. They want to hear what your opinion is. They're curious about your stories or your opinions on other situations. There is a mutual connection towards friendship, friendly interest between you two. And so sometimes when someone plays just a good lover, they just know how to please you, satisfy you, compliment you, flatter you, and kind of just keep you on this infatuated pedestal, which sounds nice. Don't get me wrong, that sounds nice. But a good partner is someone who's like more locked in, engaged. It's not going to just basically kiss your ass all the time. They want to be more real and genuine and honest about if we're going to have a relationship, hopefully we enjoy each other's company, not just the way we look or just how we make each other feel. Do we actually have some synergy? Are we actually in sync with who we are? And a lot of that takes timing. You know what I mean? Chemistry is always just overly sold and blown when I see in my relationship coaching sessions about when you make a match with someone, there's such an excitement. You feel like you won, you're chosen. And you immediately think after 1 or 2 dates, he's the one. Coach, he's the one. He's different. No, he's not. No, coach, he's different. He's perfect. No, he's not. No one is. Because everyone's got the other side to them when you take time to realize and when you want to learn that. Good partners aren't afraid to show that side. Good partners aren't afraid to be vulnerable. Good partners aren't afraid to be real or even criticized. Good partners are humbled because they know their value. And so one thing I see about how relationships where you have fun with them, it's because they actually are invested in that person. Not just the sex, not just the fun, not just the highs and lows, the hot and cold games, not the control or the power of the ego. They're actually interested in hanging out with anyone, anytime, anywhere. So when you see yourself in that position, think about it where almost like your best friend or your sister or your brother. You guys can have fun anywhere. And it's not always, again, fun where you're laughing your ass off or basically laughing, crying, and something's always funny. You're just having fun where it's just like a memorable moment. You're making a mundane moment memorable. That's when you know someone's really present with you, engaged, eye contact, off the phone. That's a huge quality in a partnership because that's something you want to value for a long-term relationship. Compared to, I don't care what you say, don't really care about your opinion, as long as you look good, as long as I get what I want. Someone is basically taking advantage of you, but they know how to cover it up with all the loving gestures and flattering comments just to make you feel important. One thing I learned the most from coaching women is that the 3 things they value the most is feeling seen, heard, and safe. Seen, heard, and safe. When a woman feels seen, heard, and safe, usually that's from a good partner, not just a good lover. Too many times I have clients say, he doesn't listen to me. Oh no, he's not a good partner then. Might be a great lover, but not a good partner. He never really looks at me. Well, maybe not a good partner. I don't feel like I trust him. I don't really know what he means by that. I just feel like there's something off. Also, you don't feel safe. So when you question yourself not feeling seen, heard, or safe with someone, then you realize you might be dealing with just a good lover. Which again, nothing wrong with that, but don't make that something more than what it is. Again, value a good partner, which goes into number 2. They don't hold grudges. Now that's a hard one because everyone's going to hold a grudge. I mean, we're not going to be just firsthand, it takes time and it takes practice to not hold a grudge. But again, this relates to being a good partner, a good role model, a good mature person, a good healthy emotional person, where it's not that they don't hold grudges because they never speak their mind or confront the situation. They are a good partner because they're mature enough, they're accountable enough, they take the responsibility enough to say, we're going to resolve this. If it's to an agree to a disagree situation, but I want us to move past this. That's what an adult, mature, healthy person wants to do. Even if it's to a point where, hey, let's not go to bed mad at each other tonight. We'll talk about it more tomorrow and we'll figure it out. Okay. But they're not going to basically just dismiss it. They're not going to play passive aggressive. They're not going to be Mr. Avoidant Attachment. They want to actually resolve the situation. Again, not right or wrong, agree to disagree. I want to find out, be on the same page of understanding each other. And that way we can move on. And that goes both ways. You better have that same kind of approach too, or at least want to have that approach. So you don't have to hold a grudge. You don't care who won the last argument. You're not trying to justify the next situation. Because guess what? There's going to be another situation. There is going to be another argument. There is going to be a new test. There is going to be a new problem because that's life. And that's why you want to value a good partner on who and how they can handle those new and challenging situations ahead of them, which is inevitable, compared to good lovers where I got to be right. I got to be right. You're wrong. I'm right. Ego, stubbornness, childish, immature behaviors, ego. I got to be right. Got to be right. I don't care what you said. I don't care what you meant. They just hold grudges on everything. They hold grudges to a point where there's almost a argument within the argument, and they lose the focus on what are we actually arguing about? You don't even know, because the grudge creates an argument on the argument. I've seen it. It's exhausting. It's disgusting. Can't stand it. So again, when you see someone who's a good role model, a good partner, a good high character person, a partner wants to resolve it, right or wrong, it's cool. I'm not going to win every argument. I don't want to. I just want to know how we can learn and grow from this, because guess what? In 1 week or 1 month from now, life's going to present a new one. And you want to have a good partner who's willing to go to battle with you. You know, I almost always say this because I'm a huge sports fan, and I always sometimes bring some sports metaphors in my coaching sessions. It's almost like when you see that those teams that have great teammates, great partners, people who hold each other accountable, they really succeed in life. But the ones who are like, I'm getting the last shot. It's about my stats, my salary. You see it all the time in all sports. And what do those teams do? They show flashes of potential. They have exciting highlights, but they never are ready for the big game because they're too separated in their whole agenda for the team. The team of me and you, or me and 5 people, or me and 11 people, whatever amount of players or whatever sport you're talking about. It's the same metaphor towards me and you in a relationship. Not caring about who gets the last shot, not caring about who, the salary at the end of the day. I want to win. And winning is having a good partner who's going to hold you accountable, take his responsibility to be ready for the next challenge, the next opponent. Which goes into number 3. Signs that they'll be a good partner. It's a combination of 2 things. 1, they'll be your biggest supporter, but also your biggest challenger. Your biggest supporter, but also your biggest challenger. A supporter where they're not just your cheerleader. Let's take it easy there. A supporter where they believe in you and support you and encourage you in a challenging way to know that I think you're, selling yourself short. I don't think you realize how good you are at this. You really have a natural gift on this. When you have that person, that partner who not just supports who you are professionally, personally, physically, artistically, emotionally, spiritually, that's great, obviously. But someone who cares enough to challenge you on that, and not to a point where, if you fail, you suck. It's not to that level of a fail AF situation. It's not about a, accept, reject situation. It's more about challenging to see the growth, challenging to see someone actually thinking outside the box, embracing challenges, embracing failures, to say, you know what, the success at the end of the day is actually not the result. The win at the end of the day is not the deadline. It's the growth. It's the journey. That's the win. And that's where you want someone who's willing to challenge you, because you want to always try to evolve as a person. Yes, I always hear this, Coach, people don't change. People don't change. I agree. People don't change, but they should evolve from those things that they are, though. You can't be the same person at 25 and 55. You don't feel the same. You don't look the same. You don't eat the same. You don't sleep the same. So why would you have the same mentality, the same thoughts, the same limitations emotionally? Doesn't make sense, right? No, we evolve. Parts of us at 25, we still love and who we are. We're always going to be there. But now we see things at 35 and 45 that we really now see that fits more with who we are. We evolve into those new stages, physically, mentally. Why can't we emotionally and spiritually? So again, people don't change in the sense of the core of who they are, but they are limiting themselves to evolve outside of more of who they can be. Not for anyone else, not to anyone else, but for themselves. And so when you have someone who's willing to be not just a great supporter and challenge you, that's a great partner. That's an amazing partner. I always think of those documentaries of Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. And again, I'm a huge basketball fan. And Jordan challenged Pippen to the most. Batman challenged Robin to the most. Thelma challenged Luis to the most. Any partnership, any great partner duo you see out there, one always challenged the other one challenged them in a different way. That's why they're the best duos, the best partnerships. Because there was support, there's belief. I got your back. But let's do this. Now that leads to the final one for this video, but I want you to stay tuned because I'm going to do a part 2 of this topic. But number 4 is something I always see that, people want to get into the routine of the good morning, good night, I love you, I miss you, all like the comforting moments. Oh, the good morning. Oh, the good night. He loves me, coach. He loves me. He texted me. He used that emoji. Okay, it's great. Beautiful. I love it. The routine that we get caught up with our communication, with our interaction, with our text messaging, with our phone calls. Love that. But they sometimes break the routine just to pop in and say hello. They're on your mind. Thank you for last night. I appreciate that talk. Wow, you looked stunning last night. I can't wait to see you. Man, I want you. Those unexpected pop-ins. Maybe it's not happening in the sense of physical or they pop in your work. I mean, that'd be great and romantic. Pop in at your home. Sure, if you guys feel you guys are in that stage of your relationship. But just a pop-in notification. You're going to get the good morning and good night text. It's great. But sometimes when you see that unexpected pop-in, hey, I'm on my lunch break. I was just thinking of you. Why don't we go to the new restaurant tonight? Oh. Something unexpected. That's a great person, a great partner to be with because it's not that they're always thinking about you, but they're finding something with their own day and they want to relate it to you. They want to share it with you. They want to express it with you. They want to try new things with you. So it kind of is not within those moments of the typical routine text messages or phone calls. It's just something sporadic. Oh my gosh, she would love that. That's so funny. I got to tell her right now. Hey, I heard this great joke. That pop-in, that notification, that connection, that relatability to your relationship, to your partner. That says a lot. That says a lot because obviously they know that you guys have a similar interest or sense of humor, or she would appreciate or he would appreciate this comment, gesture, or joke. That means you guys have a great bond. It's not just how you look or just about the sex. That means you guys actually enjoy each other's personality. You guys have compatible features, qualities, which again goes into partnership. I'm going to go into another video on this and I want you to check it out. If you haven't subscribed, hit the button right now and subscribe to my channel. And I want to hear your comments on the situation. I want to hear your stories. I want to hear whatever it is you've gone through where you realized, you know what? I have dated good lovers, and now I realize the difference between a good partner. I want to hear what you all got to say. And if you guys have any interest in the coaching sessions, again, leave information, leave your interest on my comment board. I respond to them myself personally, and I will let you know how that works on a coaching session. But stay tuned for part 2 because I have some more great tips. Again, thank you very much. My name is Coach Andres.